Hello and welcome to Pedz Game Shack. Today we are doing episode 30 and the guest I have with me is Hypes. How you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. You?
Yeah, I'm doing well, I've been playing some Picross, which is why I lost track of time because, I was concentrating and, it takes a lot of work to concentrate because my brain is crap.
Deep in the depths of Picross. What's Picross up to nowadays?
Yeah, it's just doing
What
more
number of Picross
puzzles.
are we on?
On the Switch, S9 is the latest one, I believe. S9, yeah. I don't think I think the DS ones were E. I think they just got like different names. I don't think it's like A, B, C, D, E up to S. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, it does ring a bell now. E, maybe. Yeah, I had some on the DS. I haven't picked up any on the old Switch.
Yeah, I've got all 9 on the Switch and the Mega Drive and Master System one. And also there's supposedly E set coming. The DS one is coming to Switch. I think it was DS or 3DS, and like it's gonna be like E plus or something. I don't fucking know, but it's coming to the.
How much they cost? How much are they costing?
They vary between like the older ones are like a couple of quid, and then the other ones are like a tenner-ish. The newest one is like £10.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of hours out of them, to be fair.
Well, I suppose you do. I suppose you get a fair amount of hours, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Takes you so long.
Yeah.
No, well. As long as you get good use out of it, that's alright then.
Yeah. So then, for anyone who is new to the show, we tend to do 3 segments. Not all the time, sometimes we just do 2. The 3 segments are currently playing, where we discuss what we are currently playing. Not exactly rocket science. Top news, where we discuss the news. That segment we will not be doing today because I haven't looked at any news and I can't think of any. And the 3rd segment is top news, where we discuss the game of the episode, which we will obviously discuss later, even though you know the game title, because you'll see it in the title of the episode on your podcast services that you use. So, it's gone home, obviously. Anyway, let's ignore the stupid little tangent I went on there. I would like to know, Hypes, what are you currently playing?
What am I currently playing? Well, I am currently playing The Secret of Monkey Island. So, one of those new games. Secret of Monkey Island, I guess, is what I'm really playing, as well as our special mystery game. I've just finished playing Half-Life. Not for its 25th anniversary, but because I've never played it and I didn't know it was its 25th anniversary, so I've just finished playing that. And I'm also still occasionally dipping in and out of Tears of the Kingdom, which I've not got very far into at all.
So then, we'll start with the first game you mentioned there, which was Secret of Monkey Island. That's the first one, isn't it? There's Secret, then Return,
That's the first one.
Then something else and something else and something else.
There's Secret, then there's Monkey Island 2.
The Return of
LeChuck.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then I
thought it was Return to Monkey Island, LeChuck's Revenge.
It might be. I'm looking at the icon on my screen. It just says Monkey Island 2 Special Edition. So,
God damn you.
I can look it up instead. But yeah, whatever it says. Yeah. But the third one, well, not the third one. Obviously, there's multiple ones, but the new one that came out last year now.
Yeah, that's meant to be like a follow-on from the second game.
Yeah,
because it's by like the original.
It's called Return to Monkey Island. So yeah, I got that last year with an intention of playing it once I had a decent PC and perhaps streaming it. That has only just happened, so
That's fair enough.
You know,
I played through Secret of Monkey Island a couple of years back, and I think I played it on the Xbox One.
Okay.
So it was like 5 years ago or something, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. What are you finding of it so far?
Oh, well, it's just bringing back memories. This was a game I played when, I don't know, I was 12 or whatever when it first came out on the PC, playing it on my old 386 on my Windows 3.1 with my 8 floppy disks, and your wheel of pirates that you needed to log in. No, I loved it. Yeah. I just like the humour. I particularly like. I suppose everyone likes the sword fighting, the insult sword fighting. It's always the best. Your characters as well. Stan's Ship Emporium back on Melee Island. Yeah, all the pirates trying to sell you other games in the Scum Engine collection. But no,
Bloody
yeah,
pirates.
good humour. Bloody pirates. Yeah, good humour. Meat Hook with his talking tattoo. The cannibals. I haven't got back to them yet. I've just about to leave Melee Island and head towards Monkey Island on my second playthrough.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I loved it as a kid. Got incredibly stuck at one point, and we had to send off the days of pre-internet where you had to send off hint guides and whatnot. Oh.
Those are the days.
Those are the days. I had to spend good money and you couldn't just type it into Google. How do I do this? Right, okay, right, done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with Monkey Island and various other point-and-click games. It's like, generally speaking, most puzzles are okay, but then you have some puzzles that are rather obtuse, and it's like there's no logical reason why any of this would actually happen or work if you did this one thing. It just doesn't make sense, but yeah, it's still really enjoyable. Like, I think a lot of point-and-clicks have a good sense of humor in there anyway, which helps. I think the better ones do anyway.
Well, it's a lot of the old LucasArts ones, really. Yeah. I had Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. That was another one we had when we were younger. And then
is that the one you made me play for an hour and I got like 2 screens?
Maybe. I don't think you got out of the college.
I think I got out of the. No, I don't know. I might have got the college just as it ended. Like,
yeah. But no, I love that one. I love the film. And then a few years ago, perhaps it was during the pandemic, I got a load of them on Steam and a load of the other LucasArts ones. Loom, I played. I think I finished it. The Dig, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, and the other Monkey Islands, apart from this most recent one. But yeah, there's loads of them. I do like a point and click. I got Grim Fandango as well, but I loaded that up the other day because I obviously didn't get far. I think that's got some obtuse puzzles.
Yeah,
they've all got their slight quirks and different sort of controls and whatnot. But yeah, and no, yeah, I've always really liked point and clicks. I think they're good fun. I played Thimbleweed Park a couple of years ago.
I did. That's good.
Ones. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think I have that, but I haven't played it. Whereas one game I did play, which I really enjoyed, was Darkside Detective.
Oh yeah, what's that then?
It's a point and click game.
Yeah, well, I've not heard of that. Is that new?
It is. Darkside Detective is pretty new. The newest one is out. Darkside Detective 2. I can't remember the actual subtitle because my brain is shit. I haven't played that one. I got it on release and I just haven't got around to it because I'm shit. But one thing I found about Darkside Detective, it isn't too taxing to get through in the sense of there doesn't seem to be too many obtuse puzzles at all. And it's just generally really funny. Basically, Darkside Detective is about a detective who does detectiving on
That's definitely the verb.
For the dark side thing, and it's basically like an alternate universe kind of thing, and it's really interesting.
Okay,
it's really good sense of humor as well.
Oh, I see. It's all pixelated. pixel art. I
It's
do like a bit of
really,
pixel
really
art.
good.
I can see the other one. The sequel is The Dark Side Detective: A Fumble in the Dark. So
Yeah, and a lot of the like a lot of the stuff. There's a lot of like references to games and films and other stuff, and it's done in good ways. Like it's not just look, you're like Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. Is actually some thought behind there a lot of the time. Though I will say the chapters of each case is named after like a film or something, and it's quite clear what that is there. But it's really, really fun. I only got stuck once in the game, and that was in the DLC where you had to like break something, and I thought I tried the thing that I knew would do it, but I clearly didn't, because when I went back to do it, I was there for like an hour trying to work out what to do, and I was streaming it, and then I was like, for fuck's sake, I thought I did that, and it didn't work, so that's why I've been trying other things. I ranting on stream.
Yeah. So the sequel called A Fumble in the Dark, that just reminds me of what is it? Oh, Leisure Suit Larry. Those are point and click games. I don't think I ever really fully played them. I have
never
got them
played
on
one.
my Steam. I think I must have picked them up cheap or free.
Yeah.
Wasn't it one of the Leisure Suit Larrys? One of the devs came onto like G Arcade and asked for like input or something.
I can't remember that.
I seem to remember that, and it was something that I think they ended up putting. It might have been they ended up putting something like Wally John Blacks into the game. Something dense that came up with whatever. Yeah.
GTs.
Yeah. But no, there's lots of point and clicks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out the new one, certainly.
Yeah, definitely give Dark Side Detective a go.
And yeah, I'll add that to my wish list, and
it's definitely worth playing.
Add it to the huge number of games I've got to play now. I've got a decent PC that can, well, I mean, a lot of them are retro, but yeah, I can finally play. Yeah. I think I sort of counted all the games from my various libraries, these games that I've been picking up for free over the many years, or cheap, on Steam, GOG, Epic, whatever else. And there's like 365, and I'm like, a game a day. But I'll never get around to them.
You will. You're literally you'll be the anti-Jawa and play every game and finish every game within a
I don't think I'll play every game.
Really good time frame. Unlike Jawa, who spent 20 years in Hyrule Field.
Yeah, but no, there's obviously big games from the last 25 years that aren't Nintendo ones that I've got to play. So
yeah,
I'll hop onto various ones of those.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
You'll be taking a while doing that, man.
Yeah,
a long while.
Yeah, so I started with Half-Life.
Half-Life, I don't think I ever finished Half-Life. I think I got like right near the end and just didn't finish it because I suck.
Trust me, that'll do. Do not finish it. Oh my god, I was enjoying Half-Life until the end.
I'm sure I did finish it actually, because there's a thing with there's like 2 different endings, I think.
There's a choice you can choose at the end. Apparently, I think. Yeah. I just did what. Spoilers. I mean, 25 years later, spoilers. The man told me to, because I didn't want the possibility that he would turn bad and kill me, and I'd have to do that whole end bit again.
Yeah.
I've started streaming with my new PC, so I was streaming that, and I was just so stressed at the end. I had to go and have sit down in a dark room afterwards.
Yeah, I think I finished it and did that because, like, I think that then it continues into the second one, doing the option. The other option, if you don't know what it is and you want to know, I'll tell you. Tell you exactly what it is. If I remember correctly, you walk into a room and it's full of guns and you die.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong, but I'm sure that's what happens.
No idea. No, yeah. Well,
don't quote me on it.
I picked up all those games several years ago.
Yeah, same here. Like a big bundle of like Valve games, which had pretty much all of it in there. Portal 2, Portal 6. Oh wait, they can't count past 3.
No,
can't count past 2.
They can't count 3. Yeah, Alex. yeah. I might pick up Alex, but I'd need to spend a load on a VR thing. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I really would like it, but
I was seeing MetaQuest were doing an offer. Try it for 30 days, and if you don't like it, send it back. I'm like, oh well, there you go.
Cool. I'll try for 30 days and
Sounds like
send
it back. Be a cheap way of doing it.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that. That's naughty. No. It's like the when you see mattresses, keep them for like 6 months, and if you don't like them, give them back. It's like, okay, I'll try all these different fucking mattresses and have really nice sleep for a couple of years.
I mean, they say it. You must be able to do it,
Yeah.
Your statutory rights are not affected. Try it or your money back. Well, you could get so much free food and things. Yeah. I wasn't entirely satisfied with this yogurt. Can I please have a refund?
Why wasn't you satisfied? It didn't taste as good as your advert made out.
Yes. Yeah. It wasn't orgasmic.
So Half-Life. How did you find it then?
Half-Life. Yeah, it was good. Obviously, the start in the cinematic start of the game was good. I think that might have been the only bit I'd ever played before. But that obviously worked its way into many other games, so sort of set the standard there. It was mostly good. There were some annoying quirks, which probably, it's 25 years old. The jumping was really annoying. It was a lot more platformy than I thought it was going to be. And the fact that I could seemingly sometimes fall down a cliff and survive, and other times fall off a box and die, was really annoying. I never quite knew when I could just jump off something and land, and when I had to try and find another way down or use a ladder, which always never quite seemed to connect and work.
Okay.
Working
down. Have you played any of the other Half-Life games, or are you going to play through them all now?
Well, I thought I had, and I seem to remember something about being out in a dark bit with aliens, but that didn't occur in Half-Life 2. So maybe I might have played a bit of Half-Life 2. Or
I think of an area that
I remember a completely different game instead.
Yeah, it could be. I can't think of an area that may be what you're on about, but that would be Half-Life 2, yeah. And Little later, not.
I've done Portal, and I think I've certainly done some of Portal 2, if not completed it. I did the co-op with my brother, but
I really like Portal. Yeah, Alex is too pricey.
Yeah, no, I'm tempted to play it again. I think there's been a community mod, or it's probably always a community mod, or a prequel community mod released. I read about the other day.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that.
I might even try my wife to play Portal. See how she gets on, because she doesn't game apps at all. So it's a little puzzle game. It's quite easy. See how she gets on with it.
How can you not game?
And then she'll finally understand what the cake is about. I know, right? Yeah.
So with Half-Life, then, how did you find the physics in that? Because Half-Life was considered at the time to be great for its physics. Do you think they stand up still, considering they were a benchmark, or do you think things have moved on progressively better? A lot of it was physics-based puzzles and stuff, I remember, as well as all the platforming and moidering.
Yeah, I suppose it was okay. I'm trying to remember puzzles now. There was obviously going around the rails and trying to work out where to go and opening doors. The only physics I remember, falling off a box and dying instead.
I might be thinking of Half-Life 2 more there.
Right. Maybe. But certainly they must have changed the physics in Zen, in the alien planet, because suddenly you could jump a lot further. But yeah, the jumping was always just a bit awkward. I suppose, it was revolutionary for its time. Looking at it 25 years later, it doesn't obviously stand out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the story. I just didn't enjoy the end bit. maybe that's Valve's fault. They updated it to the 25th anniversary version, so maybe it would have been great in the original version.
Yeah,
But
that's
apparently
what
not.
it is, man. That's what it is.
Apparently the ending is. I watched the documentary. Apparently the ending was rushed as well, and from what I've heard, other people say nearly everyone hates it, which is weird for like a hugely praised game that everyone hates the end.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Half-Life 1 is really, really liked. Half-Life 2 is loved. Half-Life 2 Episode 1 is not very much liked, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2 is also beloved by people. But I don't think I don't think I started Half-Life 2 Episode 2, to be honest, which is a shame because it's supposed to be really good. Oh well. Yeah. And what was the other game you said, other than Breath of the Wild? Or did you only say Tears of the Kingdom?
I might have only said Tears of the Kingdom. Well, obviously, our Game of the Week game.
Yeah. Well, we talk about that a bit. Do you know with Tears of the Kingdom, how far are you into it then? Because you saw me streaming it the other day, like a week or so ago, because I haven't been able to stream as much because I've been busy with shit. But
yeah,
are you as far in as me? I think I've done 3 dungeons.
No, I've done 1. I've still only done the Rito one, and I sort of load it up for like an hour a week maybe, and try and get to this. I don't know. I think I'm probably trying to get to the Zora Temple. I'm running across and I'll be like, well, I can't get up that mountain. I don't have enough strength. Can I run around it? Can I walk around here? So I finally encountered my first Zora somewhere. But the last time I had to save it, and now I still need to make my way up this mountain to wherever he's told me to go. But yeah, it's just so much traveling. Like, oh, I'll load it up for an hour. It's just an hour of walking, or an hour of being on my horse. It's just too fast. I need to first unlock all the hours, and then the various shrines, and just start fast traveling all over the place.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did fast travel. Like a lot of people say they were on fast travel. A game world is clearly boring if you fast travel. It's like, well, no, I just haven't got fucking 7 hours to travel across the map and back.
That's the thing. It's not really a game for just dipping in and out of and playing 30 minutes here and there because you don't get anywhere. Or you'll run along, you'll be like, oh well, I'll stop here and help this man put up his sign, or I'll stop here and kill some goblin things. Yeah, no, or I'll stop here and do a shrine. But yeah, I don't know. I love Zelda. I'm just not feeling this one. Perhaps I need to go back and start again, or dedicate some time to really playing it and go through it. Because lots of people seem to love it and say it's better than Breath of the Wild, which, I guess depends what you want from Zelda.
I'm personally preferring it to Breath of the Wild. I've enjoyed it more, and I've put in more time than I did into Breath of the Wild. By the amount of time I put into it now, I'd finish Breath of the Wild. As in kill Ganon
anyway.
Or whatever. Exactly. Yeah. But the thing for me is I do prefer the traditional style Zelda games.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
I prefer the slightly open, but narratively driven and gated kind of thing, where instead of the whole you can go anywhere, you can climb anything, but at the same time, by the time you've spent an hour traveling, you'll have seen 3 monsters and lots of trees. I think that's an issue. That's why I'm not a big fan of open world games in general. Like most of the open world games I've had the most fun out of have been like Saints Row, 2 onwards. Breath of the Wild I did really like. Tears of the Kingdom I'm preferring, but like things like Saints Row and many other open world games I've really got into have been co-op, and I've been playing them in co-op, and that's why I think I've enjoyed them so much. Like I don't even like GTA like a lot of people do. I just think it's shite.
They're all on my list. I've got 3, 4, Liberty City, San Andreas, whatever they are, on my thing. I haven't played a GTA. Well, no, that's not true. I have played a GTA since 2. I played Chinatown Wars on the DS. That was a game. Yeah. But no, open world games. I've got Skyrim on my desktop, ready to play at some point. That's an open world, isn't it? Or is it not? I don't know.
Skyrim is open world, and I liked Skyrim, but again, I don't spend major amounts of hours traveling around and doing all the side quests and getting all the best shit. For me, it's like I'll do a bit. Exactly, I'll do some of the side stuff, but at some point, I'll just be like, right, I just need to crack on. I'm just not going to finish it.
Yeah,
it's not a fault of the game in a sense, I guess.
Well, it's different games and everyone
exactly,
has
but
time
exactly,
to spend on them.
Exactly, but I think in some ways it's like it's part of because of the way I am with the games. I want to play many games and get enjoyment from different games and what have you. But at the same time, I just don't find open worlds engaging enough to spend fucking 700 hours on there and do everything because it just gets boring.
That's the thing, you know. When I do finally put some proper time in Zelda, I have to stick to the objectives, go to this, do this, do this, and the side quests, and not just wander around and enjoy the world, because otherwise I won't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the crafting things, and you know, my weapon being a stick with a stone on it. I want proper weapons. I prefer the Breath of the Wild weapons. I mean, maybe they exist in Tears of the Kingdom. I just haven't got far enough.
Yeah.
I prefer just having a master sword or a bigger one sword or whatever, and just it doesn't break. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I want my Game Boy Zeldas back as well. My handheld Zeldas. Where were they? Where were they, Nintendo? I haven't had one since A Link Between Worlds.
Well, technically, you've had Link's Awakening on the Switch, son. But I know what you mean, a new one.
Like that. Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was really good. I'm a big fan of Link's Awakening. The only issue I had with it really was like the frame rate and the stuttering you'd get occasionally. But like, I liked the look of it and everything. I thought it looked really cool. I liked it. It was really cute.
Yeah. I think I played through the DX version.
Yeah, I played through the original and DX and then the Switch, but obviously not like right after each other, like several years apart. Yeah. So
I'm not sure we'll ever get one with the amount of time that goes into the new Zeldas now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But hey, we got it's 2D Metroid, so you know, and we've got a 2D Mario, so you know.
Yeah, which I have been playing that actually. Mario Wonder, and
I had no real interest in it. I thought it was another but people have not a new, but people have been saying, yeah, it's like supposed to be a sequel to Yoshi's Island or Super Mario World or whatever, and it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, from what I've played of it, like I've only done 2 worlds. Because I was trying to get through a couple of other stuff like Sonic Superstars, so I could do a review, and then I was going to try and do a couple of other reviews. I did Gollum, and so I've been doing like Super Mario Wonder when I can, and so far I've been really enjoying it. It's not like extremely difficult. There have been like I'm only 2 worlds in, but to be fair, there are 2 worlds in 2 levels in World 2 that I did actually find rather fucking tough. Yeah, it's all timing based and tough for me. Yeah,
I haven't got time for timing based. I just want to jump. Too impatient.
You do jump a lot, but it's all timed.
Yeah. Well, I might pick it up at some point.
Yeah, it'd be worth it.
There's loads of games to play.
I think it'd be worth it,
especially when it goes down in price. It obviously won't.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I think it'd be worth grabbing if you like the 2D Mario games because it's genuinely very good so far. Obviously, my opinion may change as we progress through it, but who knows?
Yeah, mind you, it's been years since we've had a 3D one, but I suppose we'll be waiting until Switch 2 for that.
Yeah, Switch U.
Yes, Super Switch, Virtual Switch, 3D Switch. Don't know. No, yeah. But there's been No
Funny if it
news
was
on the
called
top.
3D Switch because 3DS, 3D Switch. Yeah.
3DS, 3DS,
Perfect.
3D Switch.
Yeah. Perfect.
It'll be in that. If it's anything like, if I know Nintendo, it'll be a name that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's got to be essentially a Switch 2, really, hasn't it? They're not going to make any major changes to it, are they? They're not going to go back to just a box. It's got to be the whole handheld that could be plugged in. Surely that's what's been so successful.
Nah. I'm sorry, right? At the end of the day, I'm not a massive fan of handheld gaming anymore. I used to be. To play handheld games all the time. I just find it awkward with a little screen and compared to the TV. I don't know why, because if you've got it close to your face, it should be bigger, but it just gives me a fucking headache after a bit. But I did prefer Nintendo having two separate systems for one simple reason. Well, I'll say one simple reason. The simple reason is the diversity. When you had your Nintendo Wii U and your 3DS, or your Wii and your DS and your SNES and your Game Boy and whatever else, and your Game Boy Advance with the GameCube, they had different styled games that really suited handheld play. Whereas personally, I found the Switch hasn't really had that from Nintendo. It's not really had a lot of handheld style games that you would have, like the kind of out there kind of shit that you'd get on the handheld consoles. And I think that's one major blow from it being like slammed together. You missed out on it. And it's like a lot of people are like, yeah, but back in the day when the Switch was announced, it's like I was like, but people like saying, no, yeah, but you'll get like things faster, or you'll get the same kind of games, but it's all on one platform because the teams will all be like working on one platform instead of separated between two. But that doesn't seem to have happened at all.
No, it's not like you've got the joint libraries equivalent, is it really?
No. You haven't even got the Wii U library. Oh, sorry, wait. You've only got the Wii U library.
Except good old Star Fox Zero. That still hasn't made its way across. But yeah. I mean, I suppose, back in the day, handheld gaming was, meant for journeys and short blasts of gaming. Whereas now, with the Switch, any game, you don't really have to do a short blast. You can play a bit, and then you just pause it. You don't need to reach somewhere or get to a save point. You just switch it, put it in standby. So there's no real games that are really designed for short blasts. Perhaps are they really? You just kind of have to pick up where you left off. There's no specific, like you've done a level or you've done a specific thing. Like with Zelda, I can't do a short blast. Oh, I've walked along a road and up a hill a bit. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah. But I was a big fan of the handheld games. Your 2D Zeldas, which became the handheld games when they moved into 3D. Your 2D Metroids, which became the handheld game, albeit only once on the GBA. But yeah, I suppose does Metroid Dread count as the handheld game that they've produced? They produced the 2D version, but then again, they haven't made the 3D version. When will that ever come out? Who knows?
Never.
But yeah, we you've lost. I loved the Mario and Luigi games. I really liked them for their Game Boy Advance.
I
DS,
didn't play
3DS.
them past the second one, but I think I bought a few of them. I just never got around to playing them. But I really liked Superstar Saga and Partners in Time.
You missed out on some good ones. Bowser's Inside Story is.
I know I've got that. I just don't know
and
where.
I really liked Dream Team Bros. That was really good. But the last one, Paper Jam Bros. I don't know if there was one as well before that. I mean, they added Paper Mario in it. It just became a mess. Yeah.
I really liked the first two Paper Mario games. Yeah, I think they did. First two Paper Mario games were great, but I haven't really enjoyed them since, and I haven't played. Sorry, I really liked Paper Mario, and I loved Thousand Year Door. I enjoyed Super Paper Mario. I didn't go into it thinking I'm going to get the same experience as the first two games, because it was clearly aiming for a different style of game. It's more platformy, and it doesn't have the same kind of RPG system or anything like that, or battle system, what have you. So I was fine with that. Then when they went down with the other games, what was the 3DS one called, or the Wii U one? Sticker Star. Shite.
Sticker Star was kind of really the first one I fully played. We had an N64, but we never got the Paper Mario for that. Then I didn't have a GameCube, but my brother did, so I played a bit of Thousand Year Door, and I've played a bit of it throughout the years, either on the GameCube or trying to emulate it. But Nintendo haven't made it available until
recently
when it's coming up.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a full-priced version rather than just GameCube Virtual Console version, which is a bit ridiculous. And yeah, I never got Super Paper Mario. I have since picked up Super Paper Mario. I'm not able to pick up Thousand Year Door because of its price, and I'm not sure I'll pay for the full price for the Switch version. But I have played the original on the Virtual Console.
I really like the original, not as much as Thousand Year Door, but
I don't think I finished it. I got quite far and then got stuck, and then I've left it. So I must go back to it and finish it off. Not do a Jawa and leave it.
Yeah.
But
all Jawas allowed.
Yeah, Sticker Star. I played and I enjoyed because it was the first one I played through, and I hadn't really played the others. I know with the original Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door, they were introducing all these sort of unique characters, the unique Goombas, the unique Koopas, and then that's sort of faded away with later versions. I did get Color Splash, and
I got Color Splash as well.
Picked that up at the end of the Wii U's lifespan for £6.
Yeah, I picked it up for really cheap as well. It's not unusual for Nintendo games to go really, really cheap.
Yeah,
often, but I couldn't pass it up.
No, I was playing that. That must have been during the pandemic. I was playing that, and I enjoyed bits of it, but then it just got utterly repetitive, and I think I just abandoned that. Yeah, and I think Origami King is much of the same. I think a few people like it, but I don't think it's anything special. So it feels like they've just been losing their way.
Yeah,
since the second game, really. Yeah.
Shame. Right. I think it's time to move on to We Play Together. And We Play Together is, like I said, the section where we talk about the game of the episode, which, as I said, is Gone Home. I would like to know exactly what you think of Gone Home. Did you enjoy it, dude?
So yeah, Gone Home. Yes, sort of. When you suggested the games, I found out I had it. It was on one of my Prime games. I think I must have picked it up free at some point. And then I started and I thought, I've played this before. But I don't know where, and I don't know on what, because it wasn't installed. And but yeah, I went into the house and I thought, this is very familiar. But then I carried on playing and I'm like, well, I've not done this. So I don't know where that's come from. I started it initially at some point, and I don't know how and on what, and then gave up. But yeah, did I enjoy it? I mean, it's. I like a point and click. Is it a point and click? I mean, you point and click. So in a way, yes. But are there puzzles?
No.
I mean, there's the bare minimum of puzzles, and really, you pick up a tape and put it in a tape recorder. You have to find 2 pieces of paper to find a combination, and you have to work your way around this. I mean, this house, blimey, the size of this house.
I want a house like that.
They're doing well for themselves. Oh, it turns out there's a whole other wing. Oh, it turns out there's a secret bit. Oh, it turns out there's how many flipping rooms in this house?
The foyer is bigger than my house.
I know. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Fucking ridiculous.
And the basement is just entire basement, just a whole other floor and attic. Yeah. So yeah, Gone Home. I enjoyed it. what is it? It's the story of some girl who's evidently been away traveling, possibly an American girl traveling the world or Europe, maybe just Europe, probably a gap year sort of thing after uni, and she comes back possibly early to her house, and there's nobody there at the family home. She has a sister and a mother and father who all aren't there, and you end up walking around the home, working out what's gone on. It's not a point and click. It's a interactive story, I suppose is the best
It
way.
is. I'm assume it's one of the earliest walking simulators.
Yeah, walking simulator would be a good thing because that's what you do: walk and look and click.
Yeah.
Look on a thing, pick it up, look at it. No, it's just a soda can. I can't do anything with it. Can't do anything with this. Oh, it's a letter. I can read this. Oh, it's tape. I can listen to this. Oh, and memories come up. Oh, I've opened the cupboard. Oh, there's the dad's secret porn stash. Oh, there's the sister's secret porn stash. Oh, yes. So yeah, it had a interesting enough story for me. If anyone's not played it, it seems like the mum and dad are having issues. The mum's got a job seemingly burning down forests or something. The dad is a failed author, and her sister is a lesbian. And she comes out to her parents, and they're not accepting. And then her girlfriend goes off and joins the army, and she's all upset. And then her girlfriend perhaps doesn't go to the army, and she runs off with her at the end. And so there's nobody in the house because I don't know where the mum and dad have gone. Are they moving house? I can't quite understand.
No, I think it does explain in there that they were going away for a weekend on that or something. I think it was that weekend they were going away for. Something like that anyway, I think.
Yeah. And the mum's seemingly perhaps having an affair or something. There's letters in there that hint about that. The dad's obviously not happy. The dad's father is dismissive of his work, and there's also some weird seance Ouija board stuff going on with the sister and the former. Is it the former owner of the house or the dad's former boss or his uncle who gave him the house and possibly molested him? I thought it was going to be really spooky. At one point when you first make it down in the basement and you go along, and then I found a cross there and I picked it up, and then the lights went off. I was like, oh, blimey! And then I expected that to happen throughout the rest of the game, but just didn't. I was like, oh, okay, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not a horror game. Yeah. What did you think of it?
It's all right.
Okay, good review.
No, it's all right. Like the story is pretty good. And I guess it's obviously
a very progressive story.
It is a progressive story. Very progressive story. I think the game came out in 2013. And I guess it was trying to. I don't know if the people behind it had been through that scenario themselves, not the who go around the house, but going through realizing who they are and coming out to their parents and
life experience.
Yeah, and then the parents are like very it's weird, not angry, just completely no, you're not kind of thing, which weird, but it's just interesting that the story I actually rather enjoyed, but the walking around was kind of it was a nice kind of house, but I think it needed some more interactive stuff, because even when you found something, it's oh yeah, there's a secret passage, it marks it on the map for you and stuff, instead of giving you a general area and you can try and work it out or something. There's marks there and things like that. And obviously for me at least, it was very, very short. I finished it really quickly.
Yeah. No, I finished it considering
Yeah.
Right, you mentioned this on Sunday, so yeah, or whatever. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. But
it's not long, which is good.
no,
in
there's
a
nothing
way as
wrong with
well.
that.
Yeah.
But like I've played other walking simulators, like
Okay.
Dear Esther, I think it's called, and Firewatch, and they are a
Oh,
lot
okay.
like they're like
Firewatch.
a lot more interesting to play
Firewatch has
through.
been on my to playlist. Is that a walking simulator?
It is
Okay.
a walking simulator, and it's really good, and it's got an interesting story as well. Different to this, obviously. It's not going to have the exact same story. That would be stupid. But like I think this is like maybe earlier walking simulator game, so maybe that's why it's a little bit lacking compared to the latter games. Like Dear Esther, in comparison to this, I played Dear Esther for the first time, I think, for this podcast. Don't quote me on that, I may be wrong.
Okay.
No, I did. And like it has a lot more going on because you don't speak to other people. You go through a house, but the house is like gets weirder as it goes on. Like it's like more bits of the house have been built on and stuff, and then you like play through a person you read about, I think, like a family member, and then you kind of play through their part, I believe. Whereas in this, you just you'll pick up something that's seemingly random, and then you just get like this diary thing given to you, like info dump then. And it's like, well, how am I getting this information? Because you don't find the diary until the end of the game. I get what it's doing though. It's like trying to, give you the information as you go along, so you know what's going on, and then you find it, and it's like, oh, let me explain what's going on. So it makes sense what they've gone with, but I just think it needed more interactions with things. I know it's a walking simulator, and they tend not to be highly fucking adventurous, so to speak. But this seemed to be very, very simple. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think, to be honest, I wish out of the ones I've played, I wish I'd played this first and then played the ones that went on a bit,
Okay, yeah. So I've played it first, so that might be better. Yeah, it started off, you're in a house, you're not sure what you're doing, you're clicking around, right, working things, and then you get to her sister's room, and then you're like, oh, I need to get into this locker. How do I do this? And you think, oh, it's going to go like this. I need to solve puzzles. Oh, I've now opened the basement, and now I've gone in there. But then it's just sort of doesn't add any more puzzles really, apart from finding your way around the house.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think like the other games, like I mentioned, did do a little more because I'm like Dear Esther, like I said, I think it was Dear Esther. That game, like when you play as the different family members, I believe they have like a slightly different gameplay style, so to speak. It's not like really different. It's still a walking simulator, but I think there's like a little bit different about it. Like you have to do certain things, and with this, it was literally walk into a room, click on things like to open cupboards and stuff like that, just to find a tape or a note, and then you'd get some info, and then you'd leave that room and go to another room and do the same thing. There wasn't enough variety to the searching and the exploring. Like you just obviously the exploring, you're walking around a house, so that's not really a negative. It's more like I said, the interactions and the engagement in that respect. But the good thing is, for me, is I was interested in the story, which is one of the reasons why, even if I wasn't doing the podcast, I'd have continued to play through it, because I wanted to see how it all panned out.
Yeah.
And I think that's the strength of games like this, is they do good stories. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously some games do have really good, other games have really good stories, but these kind of games are, I think, more focused on story than a lot of other games that think, oh, let's sort out combat and then we'll maybe make a story to go with it.
Well, it turns out I own Firewatch, so perhaps I'll play that soon. Yeah. see how these walking simulators are.
Yeah, I would play that, and then and I would also play Dear Esther and look at some other ones. Yeah, I'm sure it was Dear Esther.
I just checked. Turns out I've got Dark Side Detective and Dark Side Detective Fumble in the Dark also in my library.
How the hell have you got all these games, man?
I think that's on Amazon Games. Dark Side Detective, so perhaps I'll play them as well.
Why not?
So yeah, I look forward to those. Oh, okay. Yeah, but no. Yeah, it was nice and short. It was easy. That was playtime. It was good enough story. Yeah. I didn't pay for it, so that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I want to pay loads, but yeah, it's is it a game? That's the question. It's an interactive story walking simulator thing. It's not much of a game, but you know, it's a cross between a film and a book and a game. And it was good. I enjoyed it.
Very different to the last game we played for the podcast.
Yes.
A lot less violent for a start.
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't finished it, and turns out I nearly had. I just needed to see like one more screen, and then I finished that. What was that? What was the game?
Inside.
Yeah, that was dark and scary, and yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I'd probably rate Inside more than Gone Home. Both relating to not being outdoors. But yeah. Inside I prefer better. This was good, but it certainly wasn't as terrifying.
Yeah, I think like Inside is better because it's got a better gameplay. It's as simple as that, really, for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that can't have simplistic gameplay and it be a bad game, but it's not really a game.
No. But it's good to have these different things. And what is a game?
Definitely.
These conversations of different genres. It was good.
Agreed. I think this is one that's worth playing if you haven't played it. I think you need to temper your expectations when going into this, as like I think it is considered to be like really, really good. But I think that is probably the story is actually interesting. And I think maybe because it was kind of like at the forefront of walking simulators at the time. So I think that may be one of the reasons. But yes, it's definitely worth playing. Did you find everything in the game? Because the one thing I forgot to even look for is the safe in the father's office.
That was it. No, I unlocked a drawer in his office, I think. So maybe that was it.
Yeah, drawer. That's the one. Yeah, I forgot to.
But was there a safe as well?
No, it was just
I did
drawer.
unlock that.
I forgot to unlock it.
But then I'm sure actually there was some other combination that I just briefly saw and then didn't go. But perhaps I'm misremembering.
There was the safe in the bedroom.
Yeah.
A locker in the bedroom, like a school locker style locker.
Yeah.
The set of drawers with the lock combination in the dad's room, and then there was a safe in the basement, but they're the only ones I saw.
The safe in the basement I didn't go to.
Safe in the basement I did, and it was full of fucking like heroin and needles.
Oh damn, missed out on that.
And you could get high. No, you couldn't.
Yeah, no. Oh, but it was finding the dad's copy of Gentleman magazine, and then her sister's copy of Gentleman magazine, and be like, oh, what? Seriously? And then there's obviously one letter at some point in the game, and she starts reading it, and then she's like, nope, I'm not reading that any more of that. And you go and click on it, and she's like, nope, click on it, definitely not, absolutely not, no. And you're like, oh damn, I want to know what it said.
Yeah, exactly. I just remember Dear Esther I played on stream. I didn't do it for the podcast, so that was fun. Fun game. Yeah. Would you recommend this game if people were listening to this now? Because I think the only people who listen to it are the people who take part when they're not on the episode.
If you've got it for free, sure, definitely play it. If you can get it cheap, it's if you've not played one, it's a bit different. It's interesting. No, I wouldn't spend a fortune on it, but it's a nice, short, easygoing game and a decent enough story. Just don't expect too much from it. But
yeah. I would agree with it. I think that's one good thing about the walking simulator is like you get a nice little story out of it, but it's also usually the ones I've played. They quite relaxing, so it's like I've had a really hard day playing some really scary game. Let's just play some.
The end of Half-Life.
Yeah, let's just play some Firewatch. Let's play some Gone Home. Yeah. But yeah, funnily enough, I played through this yesterday, last night. But funnily enough, I started playing and I started playing To the Moon. And then I thought, let me just double check that I read his message correctly. And then I read it again. I was like, oh, fuck, I bet you're playing the other game.
Yeah, how's To the Moon?
I literally saw the intro and then thought, wait a second. I'm thinking he actually said Gone Home. So let me go double check. And I was right, you did say Gone Home. Otherwise, we would have had a very awkward conversation tonight.
Well, yeah, no, I said I think I'd prefer To the Moon, but I had Gone Home already, so let's play that. Yeah,
that's fair enough. And I completely get that. Makes perfect sense to me. Play what you have.
Indeed.
But yeah, I don't know why the fire seemed so familiar. Maybe it reminded you of Resident Evil or something.
I don't know. Well,
Layers of fear.
Maybe I did install it on my old laptop, but then why would I install that one and not one of the many other games I had? I don't know.
Maybe it was something you specs would be fine on, and you noticed it was a small game, and you thought, why not?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you were drunk and you fell on your laptop and accidentally installed it.
Maybe, or maybe I just saw a video somewhere or something. But yeah, but no, I'm almost certain I've played that beginning, but then not really done anything else. Yeah, don't know.
First thing I did, I went into the house, and I went straight left and into a bathroom.
Into the bathroom, flush the toilet, and turn the tap on. There you go, lovely.
Exactly. Yeah, every bathroom I went into, any room with a toilet, flush the chain. And
Pedz was trying to be the wet bandits.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to flood the house.
Unfortunately, there were no plugs.
Or anything to plug up the holes anyway. The sinkhole. With like you couldn't even pick up toilet roll and stuff her in there. Like,
that was the thing. That was the thing that was disappointing. Nothing was interactive really. I couldn't pick up my bottle of Coke and pour myself a drink. I couldn't stick a bag of vegetables in the microwave and turn it on. Yeah. Just sort of there for show.
One thing that irritated me in the game, right, is when you get to the kitchen, the fucking noise on the fridge, man. It's like, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. But, damn. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I would recommend playing it if you can get it for a low price, which you probably can. Or if you've had it free with something, just give it a bash.
I concur.
Very short. An enjoyable story, too.
Yeah. Progressive story.
I think that is going to be us. I think we spent more time talking about other games than the main game, but I don't care. It's my podcast, and I'll do what I want. I can be so childish sometimes.
Mad with power. Yeah.
My thoughts are always simple. You do the podcast and you talk about the stuff, and however long the podcast is, be it 15 minutes or 6 hours, that's fine, as long as you're having fun doing it. Like the Twitch cast that we just do for G Arcade regularly, that would regularly last 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah. It's just a nice chat, isn't it?
Yeah. And that was live as well. So
that's true.
No editing. Then again, I don't do much editing on this. It's
Yeah. Just take out your racist views and things. All that libel you've just said previously.
Yeah,
I can't believe you said that about the king.
I know. Like all sausage fingers. But no, for those who are listening, literally the editing for this for me is literally maybe cut the end off the start, the end of the podcast, and if there's too big a space, then I'll try and make it a little bit smaller. Or if I fart really, really loud while like someone's talking, then I'll mute myself.
Is that what that was?
No, the dog makes a lot of noise, barking, snoring, like he's doing right now.
Yeah. Well, I hope I'm at least audible in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Is there anything you would like to plug? Maybe your Twitch stream?
Yeah. Well, sure. I've recently started streaming now that I've got a decent PC. I've streamed Half-Life, and I'm currently streaming The Secret of Monkey Island. And then I don't know what I'll stream. Perhaps a bit of Elder Scrolls, perhaps a bit of Firewatch, perhaps some more Monkey Island, perhaps Half-Life 2. I've got so many games to play. Who knows? Yeah.
Give me a list of games and I'll pick. Oh, Dark Souls! Play Dark Souls.
I did play the remastered version on the Switch a few years ago, so I might get Elden Ring. Play that.
Yeah, get Elden Ring. I want to see you play through that. Do you know what?
You know,
right? I know we're supposed to be ending the podcast and stuff, right? But Elden Ring and Dark Souls are the only two From Software games I've played that are that style of game. And I liked Dark Souls, but I fucking loved Elden Ring. And Ninja Blade was awesome.
I don't quite get the whole Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Elden Ring. They're all sort of the same, but also not.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
They are similar, but different.
Yeah, only having had Nintendo consoles for the past however many years, I'd only managed to get Dark Souls remastered, so I am looking forward to giving Elden Ring a shot.
I'm looking forward to tuning in.
Yeah. What's my stream? I don't know. Hypes 1, maybe? Sure. Give me a follow.
Yeah, twitch.tv
and
Hypes.
Yeah. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And yeah.
And click the bell notification.
That's for, I think that's for YouTube. We're talking about Twitch right now.
Oh, balls. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. No, I haven't got subscribe set up. I haven't got anything set up. You know, all these fancy things that Pedz has with commands and
I haven't got a lot set up.
Emojis and subscriptions and bits, and yeah, mine is basic. Perhaps I'll try and add some stuff, but yeah. No, I quite enjoy it. I enjoy the chat the most.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly, the chat.
That's all I want. Yeah,
but yeah, exactly. People popping in, having a chat, spending some time. Like I've set up all the subs and the donations, but I don't get much in the way of subs, and I don't get any donations or anything like that. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's there for if people want to do it. But honestly, if you're there chatting, then that's great. If you're there just watching, lurking, that's great. But the main thing for me is a friendly community, which I've made friends from Twitch who I've met in real life. So,
yeah. Can you connect Discord up to Twitch and people speak? I suppose you run the risk of anyone jumping in and being.
You can set up Discord so people can jump into a chat. You can set up your own Discord to do that, and then you can invite people in. Or you like for me, I can't remember exactly what. If you do like !! Discord, it'll give me a Discord link to my Discord, so you can just join. But you just gotta be careful then when people do that, because someone could join in and give say racist remarks or something. But that's why you could just do it on a person by person basis.
Yeah, but no, that's what I enjoy. Just having a little chat with people.
Exactly.
And having a chat with Pedz now.
Exactly.
It's all good fun.
It is. It is good fun having a chat with me.
It is. I highly recommend it.
I do. I go in the bathroom and I look in the mirror and go, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" And then I'll wait for a reply.
And then the reflection replies. It's amazing.
It is. Yeah. It'd be funny if that happened. I think I'd be a little freaked out.
You're like, I've taken too much lithium.
Or not enough.
Or more. Yeah, that's true. They find the perfect amount.
Exactly. I think that is going to be us, though, for this episode. Thank you very much, Hypes, for taking part, man. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
I wonder what game I'll have you play next time. Maybe it'll be something... Well, we've had a side-scrolling platformy kind of weird game, and now a walking simulator. So the next one is definitely going to be some kind of, I don't know, action adventure or platformer, or no, not platformer, we've done platformer, action adventure or stripper game or something.
Stripper game. Excellent. I look forward to it. Yeah. Just if it's going to be something larger than Gone Home, just give me a bit more notice.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, right, like this is still recording so people can hear that. It's like, I want to do the podcast. I love doing the podcast, but I don't want to keep nagging people to take part. It's like I'll wait. I'll be like, right, I need to sort out a podcast in 2 weeks. I need to speak to someone to see about it, and then I'll spend my time thinking, who shall I ask? Shall I ask the same people all the time, and then they get fucked off with it because I feel like I'm nagging them, or do I ask a bigger variety of people and feel like I'm putting pressure on them as well? And because it's like something people are voluntarily doing, like none of us are getting anything for it other than we just having a chat and stuff. So then I feel like I'm putting pressure on other people to play games or watch films for the Pugsy Crew reviews. So I feel then like
we get the enjoyment and the endorphins that come with speaking with Pedz.
Yeah, well, if people are happy with taking part, that's great. I'm happy with that. And I don't think anyone actually has an issue with taking part. It's just I feel like a dick going like, oh, can you take part in my podcast again? Can you take part in my podcast again? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like...
Yeah, you could switch it up. Do it. Well, you have got your different podcasts, haven't you?
Yeah. So, the movie one is shorter as well. It tends to be, apart from the fucking Doctor Who episode and the Zombievers, which were an hour and a half for Doctor Who, because Matt and me and Kerr were talking a lot of Doctor Who. Usually lasts about 30 minutes, whereas this tends to last an hour. If it's shorter or longer, then it's shorter or longer, and same with the other one, as we found out with Doctor Who. There you go. It's all good, and I enjoy doing it, and everyone who's taking part has enjoyed taking part. So they're the main things, and if people listen, then great.
Indeed.
So yeah, that is going to be us. Thank you everyone for taking part. Thank you everyone for listening in.
Taking part. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
And me. Thanks, mate.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. I will catch you again in a fortnight with another game. I'm not sure what game that is going to be. I need to speak to someone about it. And in a week for the Pugsy Crew reviews. Sorry, Pugsy Crew reviews is a different podcast that I used to do. Pugsy Crew reviews, and then I'll have to find out what film we do in there as well. Maybe House wants to take part in that. I can pick a really shit film for him to watch.
Excellent. I love it.
Actually, the guests always pick the film. Oh, there you go.
Even better.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.